Let us understand rational functions in greater details now. Here is a thinking and communication question for you. A rational expression is of the form f of x over g of x, where f of x and g of x are polynomials, g of x not equal to 0. So that is the definition of rational expression. Now, keeping this definition in mind, answer the question, which is, which of the following are not rational functions? So which are not rational functions? So let's look into them one by one. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion. So which one of these, there could be more than one, are not rational functions? A. 2x plus 1 divided by 10. Now 10 is a polynomial. It's called a constant function. So here numerator, denominator both are polynomials. So this one is a rational expression. So that is fine. How about this one? When we write x to the power of minus 1 plus 1, now x to the power of minus 1 is not a polynomial. So when you look at it, you may say, well, this is not a rational expression. But this could be simplified. We could write this expression as, now let's simplify this, 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 1. Now we can take x as a common denominator, and then what do we get? We get 1 plus x over x comes in the denominator times x minus 1. Now these two are equivalent expressions, right? Now 1 plus x is a polynomial. X times x minus 1 is also a polynomial, correct? Therefore, this is a rational expression, right? So this one is also a rational expression. So my suggestion is you need to simplify at times to check whether the given expression is a rational expression or not, right? Next one is 1 plus x plus 1 over x minus 1. Well, x plus 1 over x minus 1 is a polynomial, 1 is a constant function. When you add these two polynomials, you do get a rational function, right? So, or you could actually simplify this and write this as common denominator is x minus 1, right? So we get x minus 1 plus x plus 1, which is equals to 2x over x minus 1, right? Which is also a polynomial. So the first three functions, or you can say the expressions, are rational expressions. They are of the form of f of x over g of x, where f of x and g of x are polynomials. Well, they may have restrictions, correct? So we'll talk about restrictions in the following videos. Denominator cannot be 0. We can say now, let me elaborate, that the restriction on the first function is that x is not equal to 0 and x is not equals to 1, right? These are the two restrictions, because 0 will make the term x as 0. So these two factors are in the denominator, they should not be 0. And here x cannot be equal to 1. So these are the restrictions, but first three are rational expressions. Now let's look into D. Sin x plus cos x divided by sin x minus cos x. Now these are not polynomials and therefore they are not rational expressions. Square root of x plus 1 divided by x minus 1, square root x to the power of half, that is not a polynomial, and you cannot simplify this to avoid square root, right? So this is also not a rational expression. 2 to the power of x plus 1 divided by x plus 1, 2 to the power of x plus 1 is not a polynomial. That's an exponential function. In polynomials, the degree should be a natural number, right? X is not allowed. So this is also not a rational expression. So D, E, and F are not rational expressions. A, B, and C are rational expressions. I hope this example makes things very clear for you. What are rational functions and how do they look like? Now we'll explore and find restrictions on rational expressions. Thank you and all the best.